Hello 7th standard student. Today we are going to start our second topic of mathematics. I hope you have learnt our first topic, which is named as integers. And now our second topic of maths is fractions and decimals. Students, you have learned fractions and decimals in earlier classes. The study of fractions included proper, improper and mixed fractions, as well as their addition and subtraction. We also studied comparison of fractions, equivalent fractions, representations of fractions on the number line and ordering of fractions also. Our study of decimals included their comparison, their representation on the number line and their addition and subtraction. We shall now learn multiplication and division of fractions as well as of decimals. Look at here carefully. How well have you learnt about fractions? A proper fraction is that fraction which represent a part of whole. Okay, look at here carefully. A proper fraction is a fraction that represents a part of whole. That means a sum part of a one fraction is known as a proper fraction. Then look here. Is 7/4 a proper fraction? Yes, is it? No, it is not a proper fraction. Why? Because you can see that the numerator number is more than the denominator number, and proper fraction is a fraction that represents a part of whole. That means it will be a less than 1. But here you can see that the 7/4 is more than 1. So it is not a proper fraction. Okay. Which is bigger, the numerator or denominator? Tell me, which is bigger? Absolutely correct. The numerator is bigger. So because of that reason, it is not a proper fraction. Then improper fraction. An improper fraction is a combination of whole and proper fraction. Okay, look at here. Is 7/4 an improper fraction? Yes, it is an improper fraction, exactly opposite to the proper fraction. Look at here carefully. In proper fraction, denominator should always bigger, and in proper fraction, the numerator should always bigger. So which is bigger here? The numerator is bigger. So because of that reason, 7/4 is an improper fraction. Okay. The improper fraction 7/4 can be written as 1 and 3/4. This is a mixed fraction. Look at carefully. When I am going to solve that 7/4, then how can I divide that numbers? 4 ones are 4. So I have to write here 1. So I have to write here 1. And what will be our remainder? That is, if I minus the 4 from the 7, my remainder will be 3. So that remainder should have to write in numerator place, and the denominator will be same. So what will be my fixed fraction? That is 1, and 3/4 is a mixed fraction of improper fraction 7/4. Can you write 5 examples each of proper, improper and mixed fraction? Look at here carefully. Now we are going to write some proper examples of proper question. Proper fraction. Okay. Can you tell me some examples? That is, you can write as 2 upon 4 or 5 upon 7 or 9 upon 12. Okay, that means when you will write the proper fraction, the numerator should always less than the denominator. Okay, now what are the some examples of improper fraction? Look at here, improper fraction. Okay, can you tell me some improper question? Yes, exactly. In opposite way we can write that like as 4 upon 2. Look at here, here is the numerator value is bigger than the denominator. Okay, 7 upon 5, and I can write here 12 upon 9. These are the improper fraction. Okay, now I have to write mixed fraction. Okay, how can I write this mixed fraction? Look at here, with the help of improper fraction we can write the mixed fraction. Okay, how can I write other examples of mixed fraction? Look at here, 2 and 8 upon 9, or another example that you can write 6 and 5 upon 8. As like that you can write these mixed fractions also. Now here they give us a one example. Look at here carefully. Example 1, write 5 equivalent fractions of 3 upon 5. One of the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5 is, look at here carefully, how we can find out the equivalent fraction. When we have to find out the equivalent fraction, we have to do multiplication process, and with the help of which number we are going to multiply this fraction, we have to multiply with the help of that same number to the numerator and also for the denominator. Look at here, this 3 upon 5. I multiplied here by 2 to the denominator place and also for the numerator place. So I can write this 3 into 2 upon 5 into 2. So it becomes 6 upon 10. As like that, you also can write other fractions also. Look at here. 3 multiplied by 5 upon 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to, what will come? 3 5s are 15 upon 5 5s are 25. This is the another equivalent fraction. This is the second. Now third, how we can find? Again 3 upon 5, and now we are going to multiply by 6. So 3 into 6 upon 2 into not 2 not, there is a 5. 5 into 6. So what will be our answer? 6 3s are 18 upon 5 6s are 30. This is my another equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5. And another one, okay, now again we are going to multiply it by 8 to 3 upon 5. So I can write here 3 into 8 upon 5 into 8 is equal to 3 8s are 24 upon 5 8s are 40. And the another equivalent fraction, now we are going to multiply it by 10 to 3 upon 5. So I can write here 3 into 10 upon 5 into 10. So I will get the answer 30 upon 50. So these are my another 4 equivalent fraction of 3 upon 5. Students, do you get how we can find equivalent fraction? Okay, very good. Now we are going to solve our next example. Look at here. Example second. Ramesh solved 2 upon 7 part of an exercise while Seema solved 4 upon 5 of it. Who solved lesser part? Okay, 2 upon 7 and 4 upon 5 are totally different fractions because there is no any common thing. The denominators are also different and numerators are also different. So in order to find out who solved lesser part of exercise, let us compare 2 upon 7 and 4 upon 5. And to comparing this fraction, we have to converting them to like fractions. That means that fractions whose denominators will be same. Okay, to find out the same denominator, we have to find out the LCM of their denominator. So the LCM of 7 and 5 is, what will be this? That is exactly opposite, because 7 and 5 are not consisting each other in their tables. So we have to multiply it here, that 7 into 5, that is 35. So LCM of 7 and 5 will be 35. So we have to make that denominators 35. Okay, look at here how we can do this. Now we have to multiply it by 5 to 2 upon 7, because 7 5s are 35. So I can write as like way 2 into 5 upon 7 into 5. So I will get here 2 5s are 10 upon 35. And what will be the other? What is about the other? That is 4. And now I have to multiply it by 5 to 4 7 to 4 upon 5. So I am going to multiply it here by 7. So 4 into 7 upon 5 into 7. So I will get here 4 7s are 28 upon 7 5s are 35. Okay, now you can see that both denominators are same. So easily with the help of numerators we can find out the greater number and smallest number. And when we are comparing 10 and 28, we know that very well that 28 is bigger than the 10, and we get 28 this value from 4 upon 5 or 28 upon 35. So 10 upon 35 is smaller than 28 upon 35. 10 upon 35 we get this value from 2 upon 7, and 28 upon 35 get this value from 4 upon 5. So as like that 2 upon 7 is less than 4 upon 5. But what they ask, who solved lesser part? Of course 2 upon 7 part is solved by Ramesh. So Ramesh solved lesser part than Seema. Have you got it? Okay, now we will move forward. So our next third example is Samira purchased 3 and 1 upon 2 kg apples and 4 and 3 upon 4 kg oranges. Okay, Seema purchased 2 types of fruits. What is the total weight of fruits purchased by her? So if we have to find out the total weight, so we have to add these fractions. Look at in the solution. The total weight of the fruits, so I wrote here in a bracket that 3 and 1 upon 2 plus 4 and 3 upon 4 kg. Now these are the mixed fractions and we have to convert them into improper fraction. So look at here how we can convert it. So the given fraction is 3 and 1 upon 2. So how we can convert it? Look at here carefully. 3 and 2 are the crossed numbers, and we are it is very simple. When we see the crossed numbers, we have to multiply them. So that is whole number, which is a 3. We have to multiply that number with our denominator number, that is 2, and after that we have to add that answer to our numerator number, that is 1. Do you get this, students? Listen carefully. From the mixed fraction is a form of whole and proper fraction. So at that time we have to convert that mixed fraction into improper fraction. While converting them, we have to multiply that whole number with denominator, and we have to add numerator number to that answer. So I wrote here 3 into 2 plus 1, that is 3 2s are 6 plus 1, that is 7, and denominators will remain same, that is 2. So what will be the improper fraction of given mixed fraction, that 3 and 1 upon 2, that is sorry, I have to write here 7 upon 2. Get it? Now the next is 4 and 3 upon 4. So 4 and 3 upon 4. How we can write this? Okay, tell me. Yes, absolutely correct. We have to do multiplication of a whole number and denominator number, that is 4 into 4, and we have to add the numerator number, that is 3. So what will be the answer? 4 4s are 16 and 3 is the 19, and denominator will remain, that is 4. Okay. So look here, the second step, that is 7 upon 2 plus 19 upon 4 is equal to. Now while doing the addition, it is very necessary to equalize the denominator, and you can see that 7 upon 2 having the denominator 2 and 19 upon 4 having denominator 4. Now we have to do equalize the denominator. How we can do? So we know that very well. The LCM of 2 and 4, is, look at here carefully, is 4. That means 4 can be find in a table of 2 also and 4 also. Now we are going to equalize the denominator with the help of so. How we can equalize the denominator? The fraction is given 7 upon 2, and now we have to find out the equivalent denominator related to 7 upon 2. So if we have to make a denominator 4, so in a table of 2 we get at the place of 2 we get the 4, that is 2 2s are 4. So if we are going to multiplying by 2 to the denominator place, at that same time we have to multiply the numerator by 2. So we have to write here 7 multiply by 2 upon 2 multiply by 2. So we get the answer 7 2s are 14 upon 2 2s are 4. Okay. And 19 upon 4 remains the same. So 14 plus 19 is 32, and denominator is already equalized, so we are going to write this denominator only one time, that is 33 upon 4. So how we can convert them into a mixed fraction? Look at here, 4 8s are 32. We have to remind the table of 4. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20, 4 6s are 36, 4 6s are 24, 4 7s are 28, 4 8s are 32. That means 4 into 8, and if we subtracted 32 from the 33, we get remainder 1. So we have to write this remainder in the numerator place. So our mixed fraction is 8 and 1 upon 4 kg. This is the answer. So the total weight of fruit which is purchased by Seema is 8 and 1 upon 4 kg. Here is our next example. Look at here carefully. This example is very important in the point of view exam. Suman studies for 5 and 2 upon 3 hours daily. She devotes 2 and 4 upon 5 hours of her time for science and mathematics. How much time does she devote for other subjects? Now we have to do here subtraction. Total time of Suman's study is for 5 and 2 upon 3 hours. So as like that already we have studied here that whole number and the denominator number we have to multiply it here, that is 5 into 3, and we have to add the numerator number, that is plus 2. So we get here 5 3s are 15 plus 2, that is 17, and remainder will be remain same, that is 3. Here also we have to write here remainder, that is the numerator plus, that is 3. So time divided by her for science and mathematics is equal to 2 and 4 upon 5. So instead of 2 and 4 upon 5 we can write a improper fraction. So we have to multiply that whole number with numerator, so with denominator numbers, and we have to add numerator number, and we have to write numerator denominator number as way. So we get answer 2 5s are 10 plus 4, that is 14 upon 5. Do you get this, students? Okay. So thus the time devoted by her for other subjects is equal to, so we have to do here multiplication, and so 17 upon 3 minus 14 upon 5 hour. So again the denominators consisting different values, so we have to equalize the denominator, and LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So 15 is coming in a table of 3 also and 5 also. So now we are going to do cross multiplication. So in the next step we done here, the 17 into 5 upon 3 into 5 minus again 14 into 3 upon 5 into 3, that is 7 5s are 85 and 14 3s are 42, and denominator remains the same, that is 50. So 85 minus 42 gets 43 and denominator remains the same, and this improper fraction we have to convert them into a mixed fraction. Students, it is very necessary to convert that answers. Okay. So when you will solve this example, always remind that you have to convert that improper fraction into mixed fractions or mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 15 2s are 30, and if we minus the 30 from 43 we get 13, that is remainder that we have to write in numerator place. So what will be our mixed fraction? 2 and 13 upon 15 over. Okay. Here is our explanation of the first point of fraction and decimals. Look at here carefully, students. They give us exercise 2.1. Okay. Just look at here carefully. In the first question they asked to solve different operations. In second question they asked to arrange the following in descending order. In third question, in a magic square, the sum of numbers in each row, in each column and along the diagonal is the same. Is this a magic square? So we have to find that is it magic square. Okay. They also give us a one hint. Fourth question, in a rectangular sheet of paper 12 and a 1 upon 2 centimeter long and 10 and a 2 upon 3 centimeter wide, find its perimeter. This question number 4, question number 5 and question number 6, all three are consisting the perimeter formulas. These 7 and 8 are also depends upon the different types of improper and proper fraction and also mixed fraction. These are the word problems which are very important for the exam. So students, just write down this question and try to solve this all the question yourself in your notebook, because when school will reopen I am going to check all that exercise. Have you read this exercise 2.1? Very good. Now we are going to solve this exercise. Look at here carefully. Here is our first question. Solution of questions on page number 31. Look at here question 1. The first one is 2 minus 3 upon 5. Second is 4 plus 7 upon 8. As like that they give us a 7 examples, and now we are going to solve these examples. Look at here carefully. 2 minus 3 upon 5. Okay. Now to equalize the denominator, we are going to equalize the denominator. So 2 having a denominator 1 and another fraction they give us that 3 upon 5. How we can solve this? The denominators are different, so we have to find out the LCM to equalize that denominator, and the LCM of 1 and 5 is 5. So we are going to multiply the first fraction with 5. So 2 into 5 upon 1 into 5 minus, again the denominator here is 5, so it is not necessary to multiply with any number to the second fraction. So instead of that we can write the same fraction, that is 3 upon 5. So 2 5s are 10 and minus 3 remains the same, and the denominator is already equalized, so upon 5. So we get the answer 10 minus 3 is 7 and denominator remains the same, that is 5. So answer of our first question is 7 upon 5. The second is 4 plus 7 upon 8. Look at carefully, they give us a whole numbers, that means its denominator is 4 upon 1 plus 7 upon 8. So the denominator having 1 and 8 and their LCM is 8. So we have to multiply the first fraction with 8. So in the second step we are going to write here 4 multiplied by 8 upon 1 multiplied by 8 plus 7 upon 8 will remains the same. So 4 8s are 32 plus 7 remains the same upon, we have already equalized denominator, that is 8. So our answer will be 32 plus 7 is 39 upon 8. And how we can convert them into improper fraction? That 8 4s are 32, and if we subtract the 32 from 39 we get here 7, and remainder denominator will remain the same, that is 8. So my mixed fraction is 4 and 7 upon 8. Look at here the third example, 3 upon 5 plus 7 upon 2. So 5 and 7 are both different digits, and to equalize the denominator we know that 5 and 7 are not coming in a table of each other. So we have to do here a simply multiplication, that is 3 upon 5 we have to multiply it by 7, that is denominator of a other fraction, and we have to multiply the 2 upon 7 with the 5, that is denominator of the first question. So look at here carefully, 3 into 7 upon 5 into 7 plus 2 into 5 is equal to 7 upon 5, 7 into 5. So 7 3s are 21 and 5 2s are 10. So 21 upon plus 10 upon 35. So the answer will be 31 upon 35. The fourth one, 9 upon 11 minus 4 upon 11. As like third one, we have to solve this. We have to do find out the LCM of denominator. So to find out the denominator LCM of denominator, that 9 upon 11 we are going to multiply it by 15, and 4 upon 15 we are going to multiply it by 11. So look at here, 9 into 15 upon 11 into 15 minus 4 into 11 upon 15 into 11, that is its get 135 minus 44 upon 165. So on subtraction proportion we get the answer 91 upon 165. These first four examples are having different type of operations like addition and subtraction between two fractions. Now there are some other examples that they consisting addition of three fractions. Look at here carefully. 7 upon 10 plus 2 upon 5 and plus 3 upon 2. How we can equalize the denominator of these three fractions? Look at here carefully. 10 is a bigger number, okay, and other numbers are 5 and 2. And when we are thinking about their tables, we know that table of 5 consists 10 at the second place and table of 2 consists 10 at the fifth place. So the LCM of 10, 5 and 2 is 10. So 7 upon 10 having already 10 denominator, so it is not necessary to multiply with any number to 7 upon 10. So 7 upon 10 will remains the same, plus 2 upon 5. So to equalize the denominator, it should necessary that denominator should be 10. So 5 2s are 10, so we are going to multiply this denominator with 2, and because of that reason we also multiplying this numerator with 2. Plus 3 upon 2, again in the table of 2 we get 10 at the place of 5, so we are going to multiply that denominator with 5, and because of that reason numerator is also getting multiplied by 5. So we wrote here 3 into 5 upon 2 into 5. So 7 remains same, 2 2s are 4 and 3 5s are 15, and denominator is 10. So 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 15 is 26. So my answer is 26 upon 10, and both are even number. So by using divisibility test of 2, I can find out the short fraction of 26 upon 10, that is 13 upon 5, because 13 2s are 26, 5 2s are 10, and this improper fraction should be converted into mixed proper fraction, that is 5 2s are 10, and when we are subtracting 10 from the 13, the remainder is 3 that we have to write in numerator place. So our mixed fraction is 2 and 3 upon 5. As like that, you have to solve that 6th and 7th also yourself, and you have to solve this whole exercise in your notebook. Here is the second question. Rearrange the following, arrange the following in a descending order. The first one is 2 upon 9, 2 upon 3 and the 8 upon 21, and the second example is 1 upon 5, 3 upon 7 and 7 upon 10. Listen here carefully. For addition or subtraction, as like that, to find out the ascending and descending order, always we have to equalize that denominator. So look here, some solutions of question number 2. Okay, the fractions are 2 upon 9, 2 upon 3 and 8 upon 24. Changing them to a like fractions, that means denominator should be same. So we obtain, look at here carefully, 9, 3 and 21. If we find out the table of this 9, 3 and 21, we get the 63 as a common multiple of these numbers. So to converting that denominator into 63, we are going to multiply these fractions with different numbers. Look at in this, 2 upon 9 is equal to 2 into 7 and 9 upon 9 into 7, because 9 7s are 63. So we are going to multiply this numerator and denominator with 7. So we get here first fraction, that is 14 upon 63. The second fraction is 2 upon 3. So to get the 63 at denominator, we have to multiply this fraction with 21. So 21 2s are 42, 21 3s are 63. So our equivalent fraction of 2 upon 3 can be 42 upon 63. 8 upon 21, 21 3s are 63. So we have to multiply this fraction with 3. So 8 3s are 24, 21 3s are 63. Okay, now look here, all three fractions having now same denominator, so we can easily comparing this 14, 42 and 24. Okay, to write the descending order, always we have to write the bigger number first. So look at here carefully, 42 is bigger than 24 and 24 is bigger than 14. So my answer is 2 upon 3 is bigger than 8 upon 21 and 8 upon 21 is bigger than 2 upon 9. Students, do you get this? How we have to solve this question? Okay, exactly as like this way you have to solve the second question. Okay, first you have to solve yourself in your notebook, and with the help of this video you can check your answer. Okay, very good. Now here is the third question. In a magic square, the sum of numbers in each row, in each column and along the diagonal is the same. Is this magic square? Okay. What are the magic square? Look at here. The first row consisting 4 upon 11, 9 upon 11 and 2 upon 11. If we add these fractions, we get the here addition 15 upon 11. The second row consisting 3 upon 11, 5 upon 11 and 7 upon 11. Third one consisting 8 upon 11, 1 upon 11 and 6 upon 11. Look at the answer. Along the first row, their sum is 15 upon 11. Along the second and third row, their addition same, that is 15 upon 11. Along the first, second and third column also, their addition is same, that is 15 upon 11. And what about the first and second diagonals? If we add this diagonally numbers, their sum is also always same, that is 15 upon 11. Since the sum of the numbers in each row, in each column and along the diagonals is the same, that means it is a magic square. Students, here is the answer, that how we have to solve this magic square, and with the help of this video you can solve, you can understand this third question, but without any fear and without looking in this video, you have to solve this whole exercise in your notebook. When school will reopen, I will check it, and if you have any query, you can ask me in a comment box. Is it easy? That means we get that in each row, in each column and along the diagonals, the addition of the given numbers is same. That means that magic square is same. Okay, you can find out a different pattern also, but it should be same for all rows, all columns and all the diagonals. Now look at here the fourth question. The rectangular sheet of paper is 12 and a 1 upon 2 centimeter long and 10 and a 2 upon 3 centimeter wide. Find its perimeter. Look at here the formula of perimeter of rectangle, already that you have studied in a last year or in other competitive exam, that is 2 in bracket length plus breadth, and here bracket is closed. So with the help of this formula we are going to solve this question, but first we have to convert that mixed fractions into improper fractions. Look at here the answer. Length 12 and a 1 upon 2. Again, how we have to converting them? This 12 into 2 plus 1 upon 2. That is 12 2s are 24 plus 1, that is 25 upon 2. This is my conversion of mixed fraction. What about the other? that's 12 and 10 and 2 upon 3. So I have to multiply here 10 into 3 plus the numerator value, that is 2 upon 3. So I get here answer 10 3 is a 30 plus 2, that is 32 upon 3. Okay, so my formula of perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. By substituting these values, look at here, 25 upon 2 plus 32 upon 3. So by distributive property, but before that we have to solve this bracket as per our Bodmas rule, and the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So we have to multiply this 25 upon 2 fraction with the 3, and we have to multiply this fraction 32 upon 3 with 2. So 25 into 3 plus 32 into 2 upon 3 2s are 6. Look at here, 2 into remains the same. 25 3s are 75, 32 2s are 64 and upon 6. So 2 into 75 plus 64 becomes 139 upon 6. Okay, now look at here, this 2 and 6 are crossed number. So easily I can divide it. So 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So now denominator becomes 3. So 139 upon 3, and now we have to convert that improper fraction into proper fraction. So we have to do first dividation. We have to divided this 139 by 3, or by completing the division process we get the answer. That answer is a whole number that we have to write at the middle place. The remainder should be right at the numerator place, and denominator remains the same. So my answer is 46 and 1 upon 3 centimeter. You get this answer. Look at here students, this is the question. And this is the answer, that how you have to solve this question. So the next question, question number 5. Look at here carefully, find the perimeters of triangle ABE and the rectangle BCDE in this figure, whose perimeter is greater. Okay, ABE is a triangle having 3 sides, and there is a no formula of not a special formula, but we have to write here sum of all sides. So look at here in this answer, perimeter of triangle AB is AB plus BE plus EA. That means we have to find out the sum of measures of all 3 sides. Look at here carefully, that is 5 upon 2 plus 2 and a 3 upon 4 plus 3 and a 3 upon 5. By converting this mixed fraction into improper fraction, we get here 11 upon 4 and 18 upon 5. And by finding out the LCM of these numbers, and by doing the multiplication process, we get the here, that is 50 plus 55 plus 72, which gets 177 upon 20. And what will be the perimeter of this rectangle? Look at here, what is the formula? 2 into in bracket L plus B bracket close, so equal to 2 into in bracket, what is the L, length is 2 and a 3 upon 4. So 4 2s are 8 and 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 upon 2 plus 7 upon 6, here bracket close. So 2 into in bracket, look at here 2 and 6. Now again the LCM of 2 and 6 is 6. So we have to multiply 11 upon 2 by 3. So 11 into 3 upon 2 into 3 plus 7 upon 6 will remain same, is equal to, again 2 multiply by remains same here, 11 3s are 33 plus 7 upon the LCM is 6, here bracket close. So 2 into 33 and 7 is 40 upon 6. Look at here. I have to write here 4. So the LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. So here also I have to multiply it by 2, and also I have to multiply it here by 2. So 7 2s are 14. So same. So here is the so from that we get the answer, that is 177 upon 20 is greater than 43 upon 6. That is perimeter of triangle AB is greater than perimeter of rectangle BCDE. Okay. Now the question 6 is, Salil wants to put a picture in a frame. The picture is 7 and 3 upon 5 centimeter wide. To fit in the frame, the picture cannot be more than 7 and 3 upon 10 then centimeter wide. How much should the picture be trimmed? Look at here. The wide of picture is 7 and 3 upon 5, that is 38 upon 5 centimeter, and required width is 7 and 3 upon 10, that is 73 upon 10 centimeter. The picture should be trimmed by, so we have to do here subtraction, that is 38 upon 5 minus 73 upon 10, and the LCM of the denominator is 10. So we have to multiply the first fraction by 2. So by multiplying 2, we get here 76 minus 73 upon 10. So we get the answer here 3 upon 10 centimeter. So 3 upon 10 centimeter should be the picture trimmed. Now the 7th question, which is important in the point of view exam. Ritu ate 3 upon 5 part of an apple, and the remaining apple was eaten by her brother Somu. How much part of the apple did Somu eat? Who had the larger share, and by how much? There are the three questions in a one question. Part of apple eaten by Ritu is 3 upon 5, and part of apple eaten by Somu, so we have to find how we can find out, that is 1 minus part of apple eaten by Ritu. So 1 minus 3 and 3 upon 5. How we can? So we have to multiply that 5 into 1 minus 3 upon 5. So we get here answer 5 ones are 5, and 5 minus 3, that is 5 minus 3 upon 5. is equal to 5 minus 3, that is 2, 2 upon 5. Therefore, Somu ate 2 upon 5 part of the apple. Okay, now denominators are same, so we can easily compare the numerators since 3 is greater than 2. So Ritu had a larger share. So what is the difference between these two shares? The first share is 3 upon 5 and the second share is 2 upon 5. So denominator is already equalized. So 3 minus 2 upon 5, we get here answer 1 upon 5. Therefore Ritu's share is larger than the share of Somu by 1 upon 5. And here is the last question of this exercise. Michael finished coloring a picture in 7 upon 12 hour. Vaibhav finished coloring the same picture in 3 upon 4 hour. Who worked longer and by what fraction was it longer? Look at here carefully the answer. The time taken by Michael is 7 upon 12 hour. Time taken by Vaibhav is 3 upon 4 hour. By converting these fractions into like fractions, we obtain, look at here, we have to do the denominator equalize. So 3 upon 4, we have to multiply this fraction with 3. So 3 into 3 upon 4 into 3. So we get here 9 upon 12. And our first fraction is 7 upon 12. So we can easily compare that 9 and 7. So 9 is greater than 7. So Vaibhav work longer. And what is the difference? That 9 minus 12, 9 upon 12 minus 7 upon 12. So 9 minus 7 is 2 and the denominator is 12, that remains the same. And by with the we have to reduce that fractions, that is 2 ones are 2 and 2 6 are 12. So what is the difference? That 1 upon 6 hour. So Vaibhav worked longer and 1 upon 6 hour longer Vaibhav worked than Michael. Okay. This is our first exercise of second topic, that is fractions and decimals. Okay. You have already read that whole questions. Look here, again I am going to show you the question of this exercise with the answers. With the help of this video, you can go through the answers, but remind that while solving in your notebook, you have to solve all the exercise with yourself. You can try this whole exercise in a rough book, but while writing in a maths notebook, you have to solve this exercise yourself. Okay, in the next video we will study about the multiplication of fraction. Till then, have a good day.